Welcome to our Purpose as Readers today. I can determine the meaning of figurative language, such as metaphors, to help me visualize. So what is a metaphor? A metaphor compares two things that are very different. And a metaphor helps you to visualize. That is why the author uses metaphors in their text. So here's an example of a metaphor. His teeth are white pearls. Well, what is the author comparing? Teeth and white pearls. Those are the two things that are very different that are being compared. What does that help me visualize? That the teeth are really, really white. So again, we're comparing teeth to pearls, and bright white teeth is what we can visualize. So here's a workbook page that looks very similar to your workbook page today. Vocabulary. I can determine the meaning of figurative language, such as metaphors, to help me visualize. So we're going to read each passage. We're going to underline the metaphor in each one. Then we're going to write the two things that are being compared. The girl was so kind. Her heart is gold. Okay, so we're going to underline the metaphor. What do you think the metaphor is? Let's check your thinking. Her heart is gold. What two things are being compared? Let's check your thinking. The two things being compared are heart and gold. What does that help you visualize? That helps me visualize that the girl's heart is, the girl is so kind. She's being so kind because her heart is like gold. Gold is precious, so the girl is precious. She's kind. Number 2, my brother's room was a mess. He is a pig. All right, what do you think the metaphor is? Let's check your thinking. He is a pig. What two things are being compared? Let's check your thinking. The two things being compared are my brother and pig. What does that help you visualize? That helps me to visualize how messy he is, because pigs can be very messy since they live in the mud. And our last example on this page, my mom knows so much information. She is a walking dictionary. All right, what is our metaphor? Let's underline it. She is a walking dictionary. What two things are being compared? The two things being compared are my mom's knowledge and a dictionary. What does that help me visualize? My mom is really smart. Let's apply our purpose to the text. Ginger's Fingers. This is a poem where the author uses metaphors. Remember, a metaphor compares two different things to help us visualize. Ginger's fingers are shooting stars. Oh, I just read a metaphor. Ginger's fingers are shooting stars. It's not letting me drag. There we go. What two things are being compared? Let's check your thinking. Ginger's fingers are being compared to shooting stars. What does that help you visualize? Well, shooting stars are really fast, so it must mean that Ginger's fingers move really quickly. Let's read on. They talk of adventurous trips to Mars. Fingers talking. without words. Signing when sounds can't be heard. Ginger's fingers are ocean waves. Oh, I have just identified another metaphor. Ginger's fingers are ocean waves. What two very different things are being compared? Ginger's fingers and ocean waves. What does that help you visualize? That helps me visualize that ocean waves flow and roll. So Ginger's fingers must move very fluently. They are rolling. They talk of fish and deep sea caves. Fingers talking without words. Signing when sounds can't be heard. Ginger's fingers are butterflies. Here is another metaphor. Ginger's fingers are butterflies. What two things are being compared? Right, Ginger's fingers to butterflies. What do you know about butterflies? They're beautiful and graceful. They move gracefully. So Ginger's fingers must move gracefully, as if they're dancing. They talk of a honey gold sunrise, fingers talking without words, signing when sounds can't be heard. So the author uses metaphors to help us to visualize. Great work today, third graders.